Very good morning. You're watching India Market Open. It's looking like a decent start to the markets. Hopefully, Powell still has his job for now. And the trade deal is still very much on the table between India and the US. So it's a day of hope, I would say.
Absolutely. And I think with that, the markets might take it with a positive cue because there is that indecisiveness between the bulls and the bears. Seems probably the bulls can take charge in today's session. I think that's the story it seems like.
Yeah, I mean, numbskull Powell is still in charge.
Oh, wow. The epithets. You know, we actually pulled up this data on whether Trump can fire him. For the Fed chief, there are special laws that protect them from arbitrary executive action. So it's going to have... the president has the power to remove executive branch officials. The removal power is not absolute, though. It's subject to congressional limitations. Congress has created exceptions for independent agencies, though, like the Federal Reserve. And independent agencies often have for-cause removal provisions, which means there has to be a reason. What Trump is probably betting on is that his charges of fraud will stick, that the Federal Reserve has spent too much money building, constructing their building, and there is something fishy going on there. So that's where it stands. As of now, he can't truly sack Powell, and there's no real precedent. So even if he tries to, it'll end up in court. A lot to watch there. It is the big factor, though, in the markets, which is why we're spending some time on it this morning. U.S. markets rebounded from lows and closed in the green as Trump actually denied plans to fire Powell. Earlier in the day, there was an official from the White House who said that he is planning to. Wall Street Journal and some newspapers went as far as to say that that Trump has actually waved around a letter to fire Powell, and then he comes out and denies it. Which is why you saw U.S. markets eventually largely closing up in the green. Now, all eyes will be on weekly jobless claims and June retail sales data that will come in later today. That becomes important. Bond yields are fluctuating on reports of Trump firing the Fed chair. The 2-year dropped to 3.89%, the 10-year at 4.46%, but you had the 30-year doing fine. So because immediate interest rate moves would impact the 2-year more, you saw a sharper drop over there. Oil prices, meanwhile, recovered as tariff war fears are also growing. Brent has neared the $69 mark. Asian markets are mixed amidst this uncertainty. Japan's exports have also fallen for a second consecutive month. And let's see if we can pull up some of those Asian indices. So Nikkei under pressure because of that export data, which isn't so great. The Hang Seng still up in the green. But all eyes here domestically on what happens to this trade deal. And President Trump has signaled that a new trade deal with India may be on the horizon.
We made deals with a lot of great places, but we had one yesterday, that was announced. We have another one coming up, maybe with India. I don't know. We're in negotiation. When I send out a letter, that's a deal. In other words, it's a deal. They don't want to ever say that. Oh, how many deals have you made? And the best deal we can make is to send out a letter. And the letter says that you'll pay 30%, 35%, 25%, 20%. In one case, 50%. Brazil. And because what they're doing to their former president is disgraceful. I know the former president. He fought like hell for the people of Brazil. That I can tell you. And I believe he's an honest man. I think what they're doing to him is terrible. So, yeah, we have some pretty good deals to announce.